Hello, I'm Mark from Moonstone Publications. Welcome to this overview of some of the stories we've covered over the past week. But first, please hit the subscribe button and share this video with your friends and colleagues. Most South Africans find managing their personal finances stressful. Only a third trust their financial skills, and less than 20% are happy with their current financial situation. These are some of the findings of Sanlam's first Financial Confidence Index. The research also highlights the need for South Africans to obtain the expertise and support of a knowledgeable financial advisor if they want to bridge the gap between their financial goals and what they actually do. Investors should consider increasing the duration of their interest-bearing investments and reducing their exposure to cash or near-cash investments, says investment analyst Director Clark. The end of the tightening cycle by the US Federal Reserve and the European Central Bank is imminent, and the indications are that the South African Reserve Bank will continue to align its monetary policy with these central banks. He believes that current 3 to 5-year US and local bond yields are offering exceptional risk-return opportunities. Moonstone Compliance's compliance officers from all corners of South Africa gathered in Gordons Bay this week for the company's annual compliance conference. I spoke to Billy Seifert, Moonstone Compliance's Chief Operating Officer, about the purpose of the conference.
Firstly, it's to get everybody together. We've got compliance officers working all over the country. So I think getting some camaraderie, getting everybody together, that's first and foremost, to have some social interaction. But then also to deal with operational matters, but specifically looking at legislative changes and formulating responses to queries and developing house views about how we will apply legislation within our client base.
Could you tell us about some of the topics that are going to be the focus of this year's compliance conference?
Well, Mark, we've always got a technical session where we try and test and gauge our CEO's knowledge of legislation. But then we also deal with burning topics. So obviously now FICA and everything that's happened in FICA and the impact of that, that's a big drive on this conference. We've also spent a lot of time yesterday dealing with cybersecurity, with the upcoming conduct for cybersecurity and cyber resilience for FSPs. So that's really two of the big things. And then the other one is risk management, managing our risks, managing the risks of our clients. That's really the three big focuses of this conference.
Parametric insurance, an option commonly taken out for perils such as extreme weather and natural disasters, is being proffered as a risk transfer solution for pandemics. Sanlam subsidiary Emerald Africa has launched a standalone business interruption product covering disease outbreaks. The solution is a response to insurers excluding from their policies any cover related to pandemic-induced non-physical damage in the wake of the COVID-related court rulings. Our article looks at the advantages and disadvantages of parametric insurance. A retirement fund will have to compensate a fund member for lost investment growth after the Financial Services Tribunal found that the fund unlawfully transferred his benefit into its business account. The applicant resigned from his job and wanted to defer taking his retirement benefit until he turned 65. The Funds at Work umbrella pension fund submitted the member's employer informed the fund of his resignation via an online portal. The tribunal considered whether all the requirements of a withdrawal notification were met when the fund allegedly received the notification. The South African Insurance Association has launched an online tool for consumers to check the history of a vehicle they intend to buy. The free web-based facility called VIN lookup queries a car's vehicle identification number against the insurance industry's vehicle salvage database. SAIA said consumers should note that only a small percentage of written-off vehicles will be in the database. VIN lookup is therefore not a one-stop solution to understanding the history of a vehicle. Net sales by investors in collective investment schemes exceeded net inflows from new business in the second quarter of this year, as hard-pressed South Africans tapped into their investments. Despite this, assets under management increased by 3% from the end of the first quarter, according to statistics released by the Association for Savings and Investment South Africa. Net sales by existing investors exceeded new investments by some 10 billion rand in the second quarter. But investors also reinvested more than 26 billion rand in dividends and interest. That's all we have for this week. You can read these stories and many more on our website, moonstone.co.za. Until next time, here's wishing you all the best from the team at Moonstone Information Refinery.